Hey guys, it's Steph and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all good. So in today's video, we're going to be testing out B makeup, which is basically Superdrug's own brand of makeup. I think they've been around for a few years, but I know they recently kind of relaunched their entire makeup line and I have had a ton of requests to test this out. So yeah, I have pretty much a full face. I've got everything from like brow products to mascaras, powders, foundations, all that good stuff. The only thing I don't have is like an eyeshadow product. I think there was a good reason for that. I think it was either because they didn't actually have any or any that I saw was out of stock. So maybe that can be your homework for today. If you've tried any of their eyeshadow products or any other products, to be honest, then let me know what you think of them in the comment section down below. So before I actually chuck any of this on my face, we'll do a quick rundown of the brand. Like I said, the brand is called B and it is Superdrug's own brand. If you guys don't know what Superdrug is, then it's basically a UK drugstore. Pretty affordable, I'd say, for the drugstore. It's kind of like medium prices. It's not like the cheapest thing in the world, but it's also not the most expensive. And I'm pretty sure everything that they sell is cruelty-free and vegan. Yeah, it says just here, suitable for vegetarians and vegans, and it's got the little cruelty-free sticker as well. So first of all, I'm going to kick everything off with foundation. So this is their Flawless Silk Foundation. I've got mine in the shade W3. I have already primed my skin as I would normally. Thought this was going to be like a squeezy tube, but they do actually have a pump, so that's cool. Let's now just spend the rest of the video trying to pump this out into my hand. Come on, come on, come on. Oh my god. Is this a joke? Okay, there we go. Wow. Okay. I'm going to take about that much. And I believe they also have a matte one. I just went for the Flawless Silk one. Bit more up my street. So I think today I'm going to buff this in with a buffing brush. Just feeling a buffing brush today. And I'm just going to apply it to my cheek. Not a bad colour. A little bit light maybe, but we can always deepen it up a bit. A little bit too pinky as well, but that's not their fault. That's mine for getting the wrong colour. Seems to have quite a bit of coverage. Just from the get-go. Like, I've only dunked my brush in there once. And I seem to be getting quite a bit of coverage. Yeah, the colour's not ideal, but it's definitely something that I can make work. It's just a little bit too, like, peachy for me. I need something a bit more neutral. That's actually really, really nice. It's got, like, a medium coverage, I'd say, but it's, like, a nice medium coverage. It does sort of, like, cover up everything I want covered. It's a good kind of like everyday foundation for me. Yeah, I really, really like that. It's got a nice little glow to it without it being like too shiny. Like it's not crazy shiny around my T-zone or anything. Do need to powder it down obviously, but it's just like a nice sort of like natural glowy finish. Like that. Next up, we have the Flawless Duo Concealer. I think they also had like a pen concealer, but from personal experience, they don't tend to be that much coverage. So I went with this little palette thing. We can open it up. You've got two different shades there. So the shades that I got is N1 and C2. So I think what I'm going to do is take this color here, which I believe is maybe like more of a corrector than anything else, and just pop that under my eyes. See if that does actually cancel out my dark circles a bit. Doesn't actually come off as sort of like peachy as it looks in the pan. It is cancelling out my dark circles a little bit, as you can see, but nothing major. So I think it is just like more of a concealer really. I'm just gonna pop that under my eyes and then I'll blend it out in a second. Just gonna use my finger instead, I think. It feels quite nice. Like normally, again, from past experiences, these do tend to be like too oily and I don't really like them that much, but this is not bad. It's not like my new favourite concealer or anything like that. I'm probably not going to choose to use it that often, but it ain't half bad. It's got like okay coverage. Again, I'd say it's probably like a light medium coverage, but it is doing the job in conjunction with that foundation. It's just giving me like a natural flawless base, I guess. So again, just take that same foundation brush and I'm just going to blend all of that out. Blend out really, really easily. Doesn't look cakey or anything. Let's see how it works under my eyes, because we chucked a ton under there. This little combination of the two is definitely something that I'd wear on more of like an everyday basis if I just want like a full face of makeup but not like a full-on cake face. Looks a little bit more oily now that I've blended it all out. There's quite a lot of shine to my skin now where I put that concealer. But apart from that, yeah, I'm actually quite impressed. Don't think it will cover up too much if you have like any spots or anything. I don't think it would cover them up that well. You might want something a bit more full coverage. But just for like a kind of perfecting concealer, I think that works very well. So now what I've got here is the makeup setting powder. I don't think they had a loose one. I think it was literally just this guy. They've gone and put so many security tags on this, I can't even open it up. I normally go for a loose powder, but I don't think they have one, so I thought I would just go with this. It looks quite finely milled. Yeah, that looks quite nice actually. Okay, let's give this a go under our eyes first. I'm just gonna make sure we are crease free, and then just set my under eyes quickly. And then I'll just do my usual, just like pack it over my smile lines just so they don't pop out. And I'll take this big boy, take that powder again, and just pat that all over the top of my face. Ooh, that's actually really, really nice. And I'm not like a pressed powder kind of girl. I like them for when I'm like on the go and I just want to blot down my makeup or something. But when I'm actually doing my makeup, I always prefer a loose powder. But that's quite nice. It's like matte, but not powdery matte. And it's still letting like a little bit of the glow shine through, just like on my cheeks here. It doesn't look completely flat or anything, even if I'm going over with it with the powder. There's still like a slight little glow poking through. Dust that over my lid as well. I feel like today's makeup look is actually going to be pretty natural for me. That's actually not a bad powder. It's not my favourite, but for like all over the face, I actually really quite like that. Under the eyes, it's a little bit like, not the best. It's definitely not the best for your under eyes. It looks like a little bit, I don't really know how to describe it. Almost just looks a little bit clumpy in some areas. Like on my inner corner, it's a bit like, don't get too close because it ain't that pretty. But everywhere else, not bad. That's actually a really, really nice powder just for like touching up throughout the day or something, or just like setting your T-zone or whatever. Next, I'll move on to the Sculpt and Highlight Contouring Kit. So here we have what I believe is a matte contour and then a shimmery highlighter. Doesn't look very nice. I don't really see any shimmer there. I see more of like a face powder with a few bits of glitter in it. But maybe it'll work better on the skin. Maybe. Hope so, because that's the only highlighter I have today. So what I'm going to do is take this contouring shade. I'll just swatch that quickly. Doesn't really look like too much, but that's normally a good thing so it won't look too intense. Just take my Luxe Powder Finish brush from Zoeva and just pop that under there. Ooh. That just kind of like popped out from nowhere. Okay, I can get on board with this contouring powder. That is actually really, really nice. It doesn't even look like much as I'm applying it. Like, on my face, just from what I can see in the mirror that's far away, doesn't really look like too much, but it's enough. Like, that's all you really need for a contour. I think I could probably actually even get away with bronzing a little bit with this as well. It's like a nice kind of cool tone, but it's still got like a bit of warmth to it, so I should be able to bronze up my skin with it a bit. Just going to focus it mostly around where I want to contour. Okay, I am really digging this contouring powder. This might actually be a new favourite because this is just perfect. Like, it's literally pretty much perfect. And then what I'm going to do, since I don't have any eyeshadows, I'm going to do my usual little hack and take a fluffy brush, pop that in the contouring powder, and just run that through my crease. And I'll also pop some on my lower lash line. It's what I kind of do for like every day anyway. Just if I want a really, really quick eye makeup look, I'll just pop my bronzer or contouring powder on my eyes and it works perfectly. Yeah, this is super subtle on my eyes. It almost looks like a rusty kind of colour. It's a little bit different than what I normally go for, but I'm really liking how it looks. So next up, we're going to go in with this highlighter shade, which I don't have high hopes for, not going to lie. And first of all, I'm just going to pop that on my inner corner. It's brightened it a bit, but I think that's just because it's like a lighter shade. Yeah, there's legit like zero shimmer. Zero shimmer. Okay, the tiniest bit of shimmer. Like, I'm going to need to fully layer this on my face if I want some sort of glow. Maybe I'll embrace no highlighter today. So this could be fun. So what I'm going to do is take my Zoeva Powder Fusion brush and I'm really going to wiggle my brush in there. got quite a bit of kickback when you do that. And I'm going to pray that I can add something to my face. Come on. I believe in you. I see something. I see something. A very, very tiny something. But I can see it. Something's happening. Something is happening right there on my little face. That's actually quite pretty. I don't love it because you guys know me, I'm not really into like the subtle look. Takes a bit of building up and doesn't look like much in like small areas of your face. Like in my inner corner, it just kind of looks like I applied a matte white eyeshadow to my inner corner. But on like the larger parts of your face, you can kind of build it up a bit more. It gives it a bit more of like surface area to look like something, if that makes any sense. And that's actually pretty nice. Very, very subtle. You've got to remember I have got like these insane lights, so they are just like bouncing everything off my face right now. I think if you're not really much of a fan of highlighter, or you maybe have like mature skin or something, this would actually work really, really well. Okay, I'm sorry I doubted you there. Because on the cheekbones, that actually looks really, really pretty. Maybe it's this brush that I'm using. Maybe if I like layer it up on the rest of my face, it's a little bit better. Takes a few layers to be like a proper sheen. But I actually really like how that looks on my cheekbones. Okay, I'm happy now. I was worried there was going to be like no highlighter in today's makeup look. But you came through for me there. I'm actually just going to take a little bit more of that highlighter and kind of bring it onto my lid just slightly. Just to make this eye look a little bit more interesting. Okay, that is 100% a new favourite of mine. Mostly for the contour, but that highlight is actually, it's alright. And I was expecting it to be non-existent. Next up, I'm going to go in with the Longwear Brow Cream. This, I believe, is kind of like a pomade. I'm guessing. Can't get into the box, so I guess we'll never know. Looks kind of like a pomade. Yeah, it looks a lot like a pomade, actually. And I've got mine in the shade dark brown. So I'm just going to take an angled brush and we'll see. Oh, yeah, this is like, yeah, this is a pomade. Cool. I love finding cheap pomades. Right, and let's draw these in. Hello, perfect colour. That is spot on. Just going to like draw in a few fake hairs. That is literally the perfect colour. Normally dark browns are like red, and that's not really what I'm going for. You definitely need to like get rid of the excess before you apply it straight onto your brows, because it does come off quite thick, but that's fab. That is exactly what I wanted. In all honesty, I was not expecting everything to be this good. I don't know why, but I just kind of had it in my head that they were just kind of meh products, but so far, foundation is really good. The bronzer's really good. Powder's okay. Concealer's a bit, you know, give or take. And then we've got this, which is really, really nice. I don't know why, but I wasn't really expecting much from this brand. I feel like maybe it's like, they haven't brought out any like overly exciting products. There's just a lot of basics, like bronzers, foundations, concealers, that sort of thing. But basics can be good when they're done right, and these seem to be done right. I'm then just going to quickly go through my brows with a little bit of clear brow gel just to like blend that up. I feel like they did do a clear brow gel. I just didn't pick it up because I have plenty. Yeah, I really, really like that. If you have similar hair color to me or like similar brow color and you want something that's like a nice cool tone dark brown, this is really, really nice. And I don't think it's the darkest shade that they do either. So definitely recommend you check that out. All right, next, mascara. So this is the volumizing mascara and looks like this. Fairly standard wand, nothing crazy. I think they did a few other ones, just like your standard like lengthening, maybe a curling one as well. Let's give this a little go. Very, very black from the get-go. I'm not getting like too much payoff just yet, but I can tell that it is super, super black. It's giving me a little bit of length, a little bit of curl, very, very black, so it's making my eyes stand out a bit more, which I kind of need because I don't really have anything on them today. It's not my wand of choice. Like I always find I have to work a little bit harder with these kind of wands, but I just prefer more like plasticky ones. So that's just personal preference really. Takes like a couple of swipes to get a bit of payoff, But then you kind of get there and it just sort of like, again, like the contouring powder, it just surprises you and just like comes out of nowhere. It's quite a dry formula, which I tend to prefer because I'm one of those weirdos that like I'll open a mascara, leave it for a couple of weeks, and then I'll like it a lot more. Okay, so far we are pretty much liking everything. Then last but not least, I have a liquid lipstick in a nude shade, of course. So this, what do you even call it? The Velvet Matte Liquid Lip, and it's in the shade In the Buff. So it looks like this. Doesn't really have a smell. It's just kind of like a standard makeup-y smell almost. It's got a standard doe foot applicator. Ooh, that is my shade. Yeah, that is definitely my shade. Okay, good choice there, Steph. Can never go wrong with a good old-fashioned nude. All right, so lipstick is on, and I think we can all agree that this is pretty much like my perfect nude shade. Feels really comfortable on my lips. I don't think it dries down completely. Let's give it a little kiss test. Yeah, it doesn't dry down completely, so it's not completely transfer proof, but again, that just means that it is a little bit more comfortable. Does look fully matte on the lips though. It's not like wet or anything like that. Doesn't feel overly tacky on my lips either. There is like the slightest little tack to it, but that kind of comes with just like a matte liquid lipstick. Yeah, this is literally just like a standard everyday makeup look for me. But I'm really, really loving how pretty much everything looks. Like the only two things that I'm like, I'm not loving, I'm not like, oh my god, you need to go out and buy this, is the concealer and the powder. The powder I do like, I'm just not one for like pressed powders that much, but good for like chucking a handbag or something. This, again, is okay, but you could probably find something else that's like same price or cheaper that does a better job. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was not excited at all about trying out any of this makeup because like I said earlier on, they don't really look that interesting or anything, but I have definitely found a few new favorites, like the brow pomade, really, really nice. Liquid lipstick, love. Contouring powder, love. Foundation and also mascara, I really, really like as well. Yeah, I definitely recommend you go and check out some of these products because they are fab. Alright guys, so this is the finished look, something just a little bit more natural for today. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and let me know if you're going to be picking anything up from B. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, then you know what to do by now. Please do give it a big thumbs up because that really does help me out a lot, and also subscribe if you do want to see more of me because I upload all the damn time. Also, if you do want to hear more from me, then make sure you follow me over on Instagram and Twitter because I upload a ton on there and I'm always talking to you guys over on Twitter. But apart from that, that's it from me. I love you guys and I will see you in the next one. Bye.